This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and John Kass, Chicago Tribune columnist extraordinaire, in for Amy this morning, and play a little game in advance of bringing our friends, the First Ladies of Punditry, Diamond and Silk, on the program. Can you distinguish between protesters from around the nation yesterday, the immigrant rights protesters, versus Democrat U.S. senators? The overriding theme of these protests, including one in Chicago that had between 15 and 20,000 people, according to media reports. The forward theme, the marketed theme, was families together. The actual theme was abolish ICE. U.S. senator or protester?
I see the don't have ICE.
A heart of ice.
A heart of ice. So there you go. Tell me why it was important for you girls to be out here, and tell me why this anti-ICE chant has been so predominant throughout the rally today.
Well, because ICE is basically a terrorist organization, and we're a peace organization. And it's beyond a terrorist organization. What is it to take a nursing baby from the breast of her mother is a level of insanity and cruelty that's kind of hard to even think about.
Protester or U.S. senator, Democrat U.S. senator, John?
That's got to be a senator.
That's a protester.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You would think the senators would be making signs. They fell just short of that. All right, we'll give you one more chance.
We need to rebuild our immigration system from top to bottom, starting by replacing ICE with something that reflects our morality.
Now be careful, this is sort of a trick question.
Protester or senator?
Yeah, Democrat senator.
I'd say that sounds so unhinged. It can't be someone in the Senate.
It's both. It's like Schrodinger's cat. It's both alive and dead. Elizabeth Warren, professional protester, also technically a member of the U.S. Senate.
Pocahontas.
All right, let's give you one more. All right, one more.
All right, let's try it again.
Look at ICE. What a group of incompetents. At this point, they're focused more on toddlers than terrorists. They wanted, instead of deporting felons, they want to deport families that are being persecuted by criminal gangs. We're in the middle of the worst drug epidemic in our history, and instead of focusing on stopping bad drugs from coming in and stopping dirty drug money from going out, they're focusing on separating kids from their families.
All right, what girl was that?
Alliteration, natural to a poet. I would say it's got to be a protester because they want to stop drugs, but then they want to get rid of ICE. How could you stop drugs if you get rid of ICE? So it's got to be a protester, some unhinged wackadoodle of the left.
Well, you're right on the last descriptor. He is the senior senator from Illinois, Dick Durbin, of course.
Oh.
For more on, and by the way, Trump is looking forward to more of this inability to distinguish protesters from Democrat senators, saying over the weekend in an interview with Maria Bartiromo, you want to abolish ICE, Democrat senators? Please, keep it going.
I'm just going to say that. Yeah. The 28-year-old socialist that just beat out Joe Crowley says abolish ICE, and get this, more Democrats are getting in line with that. Kirsten Gillibrand today saying we need to abolish ICE.
Well, I hope they keep thinking about it because they're going to get beaten so badly.
Yeah, for more on this topic, now we're pleased to be joined by the First Ladies of Punditry, hosts of The Viewer's View, former Facebook users, Diamond and Silk. Diamond and Silk, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, you still haven't gotten all squared away with Mark Zuckerberg, or what's the story there?
Oh, absolutely not. We just had a conversation with Facebook a couple of days ago, and they were supposed to get back to us. They haven't done that. They always dropping the ball. They were supposed to email us back. They haven't done that. So they do what they do best, drop the ball until somebody called them out. Mm-hmm. That's what they do.
That's right.
All right. Well, you're here with us now, so let's get your views on what you saw over the weekend with the protests around the country. What the president has said about those on the left who want to abolish ICE. If you want to make that a litmus test for this election, then go ahead. It's not going to work out well for you.
Well, you know what? what? First of all, when I look at the protesters, all I see is hypocrites. Because where was the protest when Obama had children in cages wrapped up in foil? There was no protest, but yet they want to protest now because they feel like, oh my gosh, families are being separated. Well, what about the families what about the American families that were separated up under the Clinton administration when he signed that crime bill into law? What about the millions of families that separated when they enticed them to get welfare, yet families have to be split because the father cannot be in the home to receive it? What about black families being separated? Yet you want to cry about illegal aliens. When you cross that border illegally, you are an illegal alien. You are committing a crime. If you are running for asylum, if you are seeking asylum, if you are running from these countries where things are happening, then you need to go to the ports of entry, not commit crimes. And shame on protesters for taking up for people that's committing crimes in this country. And guess what? These Democrats and the left have already shown who their allegiance is to. They love these illegal aliens and MS-13 gang members. And it's time, if you are a Democrat, it's time for you not to just walk away, but run and run like hell.
And it's really, really, really amazing that these protesters are in the streets marching and screaming about babies being snatched from their mother's breast, but not concerned about babies being snatched from their mother's womb.
Just think about that for a minute. I call it all hypocrisy. They're doing this to defy this president is what they're doing. He's followed the same law as Obama, Bill Clinton. Nobody said anything. And he gave them what they wanted. He signed an executive order so that families won't be separated, and they're still out in the streets marching. And any of these so-called lawmakers who want to abolish ICE, maybe it's time to abolish them by voting them out.
That's right.
Because we can't have a country where we're lawless, where we're uncivilized, where there's no law and order. We can't have a country, and it seems like they want to move our country that way.
And how is this fair to American citizens? You know, when an American citizen commit a crime, they're given 3 hots and a cop behind a locked cell block after they've taken their mud shot, and they are separated from their children.
That was a nice riff. I like that last one. All right, go ahead.
Well, wait, ladies, what about, I think, are you maybe overdoing it? Because
overdoing what?
Well, wait a minute.
Please don't tell us. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Please don't tell us that we're overdoing it when we see millions of American families have been separated. Well, if you are an American and you commit a crime in this country, they lock you up and they don't give a hoot about your child. They throw your child in foster care. Yet we are so concerned. Everybody is so, oh my gosh, they're breaking up families. They're breaking up families. Well, do you know that these people are committing crimes when they cross our borders like that?
Wait a minute.
Do you know that? Does that count for anything?
Wait a minute.
How do you think we feel as Americans? You let other people break the laws when they come over here, but we can't break those laws.
Are you suggesting, let me get this straight, are you suggesting that Democrats care more about the feelings of illegal immigrants than they do African Americans who've lived in the...
Oh, absolutely. I'm not suggesting it. It is the truth. I don't have to suggest anything. That is the truth. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me just go back to this point. As an African American, whenever you allow illegal aliens to cross our borders and run amok in our country, you know who it severely affects? It severely affects African Americans. It takes their jobs. A lot of Americans can't even get jobs in certain part of our country because they don't speak Spanish. That's wrong. Put Americans first. And yes, I will stand up in front of all of those liberal faces and tell them they are wrong. You need to start worrying about the American people first. People should not commit crimes. If you are running, if you are seeking asylum, go to the ports of entry, not just cross our borders and commit a crime.
And here's another good point. You know, I hear them talking about these kids should not be in detention centers, but you got American children living in tents without running water.
Well, now, wait a second.
Why not be concerned about American children?
Yeah. Right. Now, I understand those detention centers. I think we're not supposed to call them that. We're supposed to call them concentration camps.
You can call it what you want. All I know is that whenever you cross their border, when you go to their country and cross their border, they march your behind, turn you right back around, or put you in jail.
That's right.
When people come to this country and they commit a crime, they need to be deported back to their own country.
What they're trying to do is turn this into a socialized country. They want to make this a globalized nation where everybody just walk in. That is not good. And the reason why that's not good because everybody don't have your morals and your values. They don't follow handle that. And you get somebody up in here running things, you'll be doing stuff you never thought you would have been doing in your life. You've got to be real cautious. But everybody should look at the Democratic Party. You need to see it's time for you to pick a side. Because these people clearly do not care about Americans. They care about illegal aliens and gang members. That's who they care about.
Now, Diamond and Silk, just switching gears, I want to get your take on whether or not you think President Trump should be impeached for his role in the Capitol Gazette shooting and those 5 murders, because according to the left, his rhetoric is at least partly responsible for what led to those murders.
Well, you know what? If the very fake news want to blame Trump for what happened in Maryland, then why not blame Obama? Because this guy had a vendetta. He was irritated. He was mad with these people back in 2011. That's when all of this stuff started. Shame on the very fake news and the left for blaming a sitting president for this foolishness. Let me tell you something. The American people think that they're the fake news. They are fake. Anytime you take and you sensationalize a story, you sensationalize a story to get a reaction out of people when you know it's not the truth, it's a half truth, it's not the whole truth. You are the very fake news. You fake as hell, fake as you want to be. I'll call you fake.
You mean like Connor Berry, the former reporter at the Massachusetts, the Republican newspaper Massachusetts, that tweeted out that the shooter at the Capitol Gazette offices wore a MAGA hat when he did his shooting, which of course was untrue. Like that would be an example.
Did he get fired? Did somebody get fired for that?
He did get fired, or he resigned.
He should have gotten fired for that.
Right.
Because that's spreading fake news. That's sensationalizing a story is what that's doing, and that you don't do. You know, I look at the news. They talk about this man. They talk about our president every day, all day. If this narrative don't stick, they spin another narrative. If that narrative don't stick, they spin another narrative. People are tired of that. People are tired of that. So, no, our president should not be blamed. Shame on them for blaming him for what happened down there. It's that guy's fault that went up in there and did the actions, not our president.
All right. Diamond and Silk, they are Trump supporters. They are hosts of The Viewer's View. They're former Facebook users. They're the first ladies of punditry. Diamond and Silk, thanks again for joining us. Next time, if you could bring a little enthusiasm to the conversation.
Bring some love. Bring some love for Maxine Waters next time, okay?
That's right. And don't forget to watch out for our new movie, Dummycrats.com. Coming to you, Dummycrats.com.
TheDummycrats.com, a movie by Diamond and Silk. They're movie producers now. I love it. All right, Diamond and Silk, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
And they joined us on the turnkey.pro answer.